Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. I hope you are all really well. Today I am solving some problems for you. The new season is upon us, and with that can come some wardrobe dilemmas. I think particularly in the colder seasons, there are more problems that arise when it comes to getting dressed because obviously we need warmth, we need layers, but we still want to look good at the same time. So a lot of these solutions will hopefully help those major issues. I'm actually going to break this down into two parts. So this is the first part. If you want to see the second part, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. You will see it as soon as you open YouTube when I've posted my new video. So for anyone you're subscribed to, YouTube will just make you aware when they've posted a new video by kind of bringing it to your home page. So if you do like this video, press subscribe now so that you don't miss the next one. So problem number one is definitely to do with warmth. Particularly, I would say when you're indoors, sometimes a jumper just doesn't cut it, especially when you're working from home like me. If I'm at my laptop, just sitting down, or even just kind of like around the house, sitting down or out at somebody else's house, actually just wearing a single knit doesn't really work and you're still really cold. So how do you still look chic and put together whilst keeping warm? So my answer for this is a two-tone matching set. So basically we are doubling up on our knitwear, but the key here is that they have to be tonal because I think otherwise it can look a little bit old lady-like, whereas I think when they're tonal, it looks really modern and fresh. So I think that is absolutely key when it comes to this. I have a mango example. I've actually ordered this. It's actually a three-piece set. So it comes with joggers, also with a knit and a cardigan too. I've actually ordered it all together, but I think this would be a really nice one to just go for the jumper and the cardigan because then you can wear them both separately if you want to, but also worn together. I feel like this would be so cozy and warm. I love the shape of this kind of wrap cardigan. It feels a very luxurious kind of look to me, but also because they're tonal, it works really nicely. Then you can kind of put any bottoms with this and it doesn't make things messy because they've got the same tone to them. So wear these with jeans, white jeans, lighter jeans, darker jeans, wear them with smarter trousers if you wanted to. But the key is here, that kind of double layering in the same color. I have another couple of examples. Uniqlo have got this really beautiful lamb's wool set, matching jumper and cardigan. Again, a roll neck will bring extra bonus points because obviously that will be warmer. But I love these two together. Lamb's wool as well will be very warm and cozy. And I actually think this cardigan would work so nicely on its own. It is such a nice cardigan. I've spoken about the merits of cardigans over on my Instagram. I might post it to shorts. I don't think I have done yet. But cardigans are so useful, and particularly then having that kind of double whammy with the layer underneath will be perfect going into the new season. And then finally, if you did want to kind of do this look, maybe it's not as cold where you live, or maybe just sometimes you kind of like to take on and off layers, you're warm-blooded maybe. I think this set is really nice. It's like a sleeveless knit with a finer cardigan over the top. Really nice little two-piece set, and I love this pale grey color too. And I actually think, just as a little bonus tip, this set would be really nice in the evening for autumn evenings. It can be cold sometimes, so having that kind of cardigan and matching fine knit is really nice. And you could take the cardigan off if you're in a restaurant and it was getting warm, and then you can really dress this up with a nice pair of earrings, that kind of thing. So I think all of those sets will be really useful. One of the questions that pops up frequently is about autumn footwear. I think a lot of us maybe feel like we're not quite ready for boots. I know I'm kind of not quite there yet, but what can you wear that is still warm but feels nice and autumnal? My answer is the loafer, but in particular your loafer with a sock. It actually adds extra style points to your outfit if you add the loafer and sock together. It looks really chic. Also keeps your foot warm, obviously. And then you can go for some really nice socks, like a nice cashmere, warm, soft sock. You can go for different colors if you want to. Things like burgundies, grays, creams, all look really luxurious with the loafer. And then you can wear this with all different types of trousers if you wanted to. For example, a long wide leg would look fine. You wouldn't even see the sock, but actually with like a straight cropped also looks really nice where the sock's kind of on show. So it's a really nice hybrid to take you from summer through to winter without just going into boots just yet. So something I have been relying on are sweatshirts, particularly during the summer, on those kind of cooler summer days, which we had a lot of in this country. So now I have a few sweatshirts, but actually because sweatshirts are a little bit loose and oversized, they're not that warm. So how do we kind of get the most out of our sweatshirts and still wear them through the autumn? And my answer to this is a long sleeve t-shirt. I know that this kind of almost feels like I'm stating the obvious, but I think it's surprising how many people kind of neglect just these really simple basics. Like a lot of people will have short sleeve t-shirts in their wardrobe, but actually, do we have many long sleeve t-shirts that are really easy to layer? And I think probably the answer is no. It's a piece that probably goes neglected, but it is amazing how much difference wearing the long sleeve rather than a short sleeve t-shirt underneath really does make. And then because you've got that double layer of fabric together, it keeps you so much warmer. So I would really recommend going out and getting yourself a few pairs of long sleeve t-shirts. You will really thank me for it, I think, because you'll be able to put them under so many different knits, sweatshirts, even blazers, and just use them as a really great base layering piece. The beauty of these as well is autumn can be a time, I know in a lot of places as well, where you go out in the morning and it's freezing cold, and then by midday it's come very warm, maybe the sun's out, and it can actually turn into quite a hot day. So that is why the long sleeve t-shirt with the sweatshirt, it's perfect, because you start off in the morning, the sweatshirt is the outfit, and then by the afternoon you've still got the long sleeve t-shirt on as your layering piece underneath. The long sleeves will just keep you a bit warmer because, you know, it's not summer weather, but you can take that sweatshirt off then and have the nice t-shirt underneath, throw the sweatshirt over your shoulders, and you're good to go. So I think that's another reason this works so well at this time of year. I think another problem that arises in autumn, not necessarily a problem, but something that we all probably end up doing, so we bring out all the darker colors again, and we just end up probably wearing black. I know so many people wear just black leggings in the day, black trousers for work, and a lot of your wardrobe may be centered around black. So I think a really nice way to combat this is by going for a different colored pair of trousers. You can wear a black top if you want to, but it's quite nice to mix it up with a different pair of trousers, because I think we rely so heavily on kind of black bottoms. So it's nice to switch that for something different. And again, I'm really stating the obvious here, but I think it's amazing how much we kind of neglect these things and don't think about them. So kind of use this as your checklist for either pieces you've got in your wardrobe and bringing them out more, or pieces that you maybe need to add into your wardrobe to make more of it work. So I've got a couple of examples, some really nice gray, like wide leg trousers from H&M. You know, you don't have to break the bank with these things. You probably already own a pair of different colored trousers in your wardrobe, but it's just about remembering to bring them out. Nice light gray pair, I think always works really well. And again, we'll just go with as many colors as black. You could also go for more of like a kind of olivey beige, like these mango ones. Obviously olive is really big at the moment, but this again will go with so many different colors, from those kind of warmer autumnal shades right through to cooler tones, light grays, even blue this would look so good with. Burgundy, things like that, I think will complement this kind of tone of trouser really well. I also have my COS burgundy ones as an example. They're more of like a kind of browny burgundy, but these are so useful just to bring something different to your wardrobe. And like I say, I think we're so used to black trousers that it's really nice to have an alternative with a bit of color to them. And I also have a Uniqlo example. They also have loads of different colors of these, which is one thing I love about Uniqlo. Usually if they do something, they do it in a whole host of colors. So a nice pair of slightly different colored trousers that can still fit in with all your neutrals. Okay, so my final autumn wardrobe conundrum is about your legs and the cold. So obviously it's that time, like I said, it can be very warm at times, but also kind of be chilly in the mornings, very mixed weather at this time of year, and maybe we're not ready for tights yet. So how do you solve this issue when you want to wear skirts and dresses, for example, but still want to stay warm? So I'd say this tip is extremely unglamorous, but very essential, such a necessity, something that I actually have totally neglected to buy in my wardrobe. And when I was coming up with this kind of concept, I thought this is something I really need and really want, and something that's really neglected within my wardrobe. And that is a pair of footless tights, particularly in like a lighter shade rather than like a black, because then it allows you to wear things like white skirts and dresses, all those kind of transitional pieces that you may want to utilize in this season, but don't want to wear them with tights, or they don't look right with tights. So a kind of lighter color, neutral pair of leggings is the way to go. I've got a few examples for you. Like I say, not very glamorous at all, but the idea is that you probably won't see them. You could even actually on those cooler days wear them underneath trousers if you wanted to. They'd be so useful. But the idea here is kind of with like longer skirts, because big full skirts are so in at the moment, particularly with things like ballet flats and loafers. They look so good, but it might be a little bit chilly. So how do you really get longevity out of that? And the answer definitely is these footless tights. My last example is a pair from H&M, and they're more of a capri length, which I think I might actually get these ones because they're a little bit shorter, so you could wear them with different lengths of skirts and dresses. I think, again, particularly useful in the evening to get the most out of your skirts and dresses. Sometimes in the evening, we don't want to wear like tights, especially when it's autumn. It's not heavy winter yet, but we still want to feel warm and comfortable, and it's not kind of warm enough to do the skirt without anything else. So adding this kind of pair of footless leggings allows you to wear whatever shoes you want, wear your skirt, but keeping you warm at the same time. I would say the key is make sure you cannot see the leggings. That's why the capri ones I think are really good, because they'll be quite short. So if your skirt rises when you're sitting, you won't see them. So the idea is not to have these on show at all. They're meant to be invisible underneath your skirts and dresses. So I hope that's been useful for you, giving you some tips and some ideas of things to add to your wardrobe to really maximize things and benefit, and make sure you can wear more pieces in your wardrobe, because that for me is something probably that I neglect myself, but something I really need to work on in order to just make the most of everything. So I will definitely be adding these pieces and using these tips within my wardrobe. Make sure you stay tuned for part 2. I'm going to give more tips, more examples. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in part 2 or my next video, whichever comes first.